as we leave, we'll leave you with a bedtime story. Another favorite Canadian author who, like, if you're already feeling bad about yourself and life's accomplishments, never read anything by Chris Hadfield. A wonderful Canadian, but he's done like absolutely everything, including writing a children's book called The Darkest Dark. The Darkest Dark. Hopefully you can.
I'm going to just move out of the way.
Okay. Let's see if we can get our light a little lower. Whoa. There we go. The Darkest Dark by Chris Hadfield. Chris was an astronaut, an important and very busy astronaut. When it was time to take a bath, he told his mother, "I'd love to, but I'm saving the planet from aliens." And when it was time to get out of the bath and go to bed, he told his father, politely, because astronauts are always polite, "Sorry, no can do. I'm on my way to Mars." Well, an astronaut's work is never done. So, astronauts do not like to sleep. But their parents do. "Chris, you're a big boy now," said his father. "You have to sleep in your own bed." And Chris tried. He really did. But his room was dark. Very, very dark. The kind of dark that attracts the worst sorts of aliens. But his parents meant it. Chris was going to sleep in his own bed tonight. And so his mom and dad checked under his bed and in the closet and even in his underwear drawer. They decided the room was 100% alien-free. They tucked Chris in. They turned on the nightlight, and they even gave him a special bell to ring if he was nervous. Clang! Clang, clang! Clang, clang, clang! They took away the bell. And then his father said something that worried Chris even more. More than the dark ever did. "One more peep, young man, and I am afraid that you'll be too tired to go next door tomorrow." But tomorrow would be a special day, a very special day. Chris had to go next door. His life pretty much depended on it. And so Chris stayed in his own bed without a peep. It took a long time to fall asleep, but when he did, he had his favorite dream. He flew his spaceship all the way to the moon. The flag says Chris and Albert, his pug. Well, the next day seemed to last forever, but finally, when the moon was shining over the lake and the summer wind was ruffling the leaves of the trees, Chris ran next door. The house was already full of people, all gathered around the TV, the only TV on the whole island. Chris found a spot where he could see through the crowd, and what he saw was astronauts. Real, live astronauts on the actual faraway moon. They were wearing puffy white suits and jumping for joy, jumping so high because there was so much less gravity up there. Well, the grown-ups huddled around the TV and they were amazed. Their whole lives long, they never expected to see this sight. Even Chris, who'd been to the moon just the night before, was amazed. He'd never actually really noticed how dark it was there. Outer space was even darker than his bedroom. Outer space was the darkest dark ever. That night, Chris did a little experiment. He turned off all the lights in his room, even the nightlight. It was still dark. Very, very dark. There were still shadows that looked, well, a little like aliens. Nothing had changed. But Chris had changed. He'd seen that the darkness of the universe was so much bigger and deeper than the darkness in his room. But he was not afraid. He wanted to explore every corner of the night sky. And for the first time, Chris could see the power and mystery and velvety black beauty of the dark. And he realized you're never really alone there. Your dreams are always with you, just waiting, big dreams about the kind of person you want to be. Wonderful dreams about the life you will live. Dreams that actually can come true. The end. Good night, friends. Rest in the darkest dark, knowing that the lightest light, the source of it all, has chosen you, protects you, and provides for you. So sleep resting in that knowledge that you might root and rise to be of good service. Amen.